Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Tony Shen. I'm back with another FL Studio stock plugin tutorial. If you're new to this channel, this is basically a series where I make beats only using stock plugins or other easily accessible plugins, so it's really easy for beginners to follow along to, just because you have access to all the tools that we're going to use right here. And for those who just want more in-depth stuff, I start everything from scratch to finish, so you have an in-depth tutorial on how to do everything. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a Drakeo the Ruler type beat. Drakeo the Ruler is my favorite rapper of all time, and honestly, man, I just want to say, like, I think the West Coast type sound is definitely coming up, and I think like you have more just West Coast artists going more mainstream and stuff like that, and I think Drakeo the Ruler is pretty fire, so I'm gonna do a tutorial today. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do today. If that's the type of content you like, which is like really in-depth tutorials from scratch using really accessible sounds, please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. I just really like sharing all of my knowledge with everyone and just, you know, teaching people stuff. So with like the West Coast beats, I've started to realize that like a lot of it is just like the energy and the bounce, right? And a lot of that comes from the drums. So we're actually gonna start with the drums today. I say, like, if you want like a little bit more faster, right? Maybe like 104 or like 102-ish, even like 110. But I'd say like 104 is like a pretty good starting point for like the type of Drakeo the Ruler type beat we're gonna go. Start on the metronomes, just so we have an idea. And for drums, I'm using all of my drums from my own drum kit that are all free for you guys to download. Tony Shen Slap Pack Volumes 1 through 3 are all free. All you have to do is click the link in the description below, and you'll be able to download these kits. So let's find a clap first, because ooh, I'm cooking up these beats in like these regular earbuds. So yeah, I left my headphones at the studio. This is what we're working with today. Let's copy that. Shift drag, that copies. Let's find another clap actually. I like the reload clap. And the hi-hats, I'm gonna go a little more simple. Get that bounce going. It doesn't have to be very, very complicated with all these, like, you know, crazy up and down rolls and stuff like that. Just keep it simple, and then just focus on the bounce that you're trying to go for. Like, think about how you want the people moving when they listen to this type of, when they listen to the drums, right? Like, to capture that groove, how I would do it is just record it directly. So turn the metronome on, and just if you hit the Q key, that's just your C5, right? So you're literally just using your Q key as an MPC pad. So if you click that and just hit space, yeah. Yeah, so there's your bounce right there. Now, if you recorded this pretty well, then you don't have to quantize it. You can just leave it right there, and it'll sound pretty cool, because no matter how like perfect you hit it, it's never gonna perfectly align with the grid. And that level of like offsetness and just being a little off from the grid makes it sound like more interesting, right? Because it doesn't sound really programmed and robotic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to offset these notes a little bit. So just hold shift and then drag on your scroll wheel. Yep, and just drag these notes a little bit more on time. And yeah. And then let's start with some open hats. Add some rims. Ooh. Just add some random percussion. A triangle is pretty fire. Now, I'm just filling in like these percussions and spaces that aren't really occupied. I'm looking for these like pockets of areas where like the hi-hat, the snare, and the open hats, they're not covering. Let's mix these drums a little bit just to make sure like the hi-hats aren't popping out too loud and the levels aren't too high, right? Yeah, so I would turn the hi-hat down a little bit. Open hat. triangle. Okay, so now let's go to the bass, because with every like West Coast like hard hitting bass, it's just like very particular type of bass. And this is one VST that I'm gonna show you that have these types of sounds. Now, just a warning, I don't have the full version of this plugin on FL Studio. It's just a trial version, but it's okay because I'm gonna show you how to utilize this without having to buy this. So the only difference with the trial version is that like when you close this and like you save it again, like you won't be able to open the same patch. But like, I'm gonna show you how to get around using that. But first, let's find a bass sound first, right? So let's look for like that very like particular West Coast type bass. So the patch I ended up going with is the FG Funk Line under bass. So we're gonna go with the FG Funk Line patch, and let's just find a melody. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Boom. Yeah. Oh yeah, and sometimes like the instrument just mutes itself if it's the trial version, so that's what happened there. Bow, bow, bow. Yep, that sounds pretty fire. See what it sounds like a pitch down an octave. Yeah, that sounds better pitched down. So now we have this bass melody with SAR. Well, like I said, this is the trial version. So how do we get about using this? So all you have to do is convert this to audio so we won't have a problem, right? So Command C and then Command V this into a new pattern. So Control C if you're on Windows, but Command V, Control C, Control V, copy and paste, right? Let's go here. Ooh, that's spicy right there. Okay, so right click this and then render as audio clip. And then it should be under audio clip. And then, okay, so we might have to do this a few times because sometimes the plugin like shuts off automatically because it's a trial version. So you might have to do this a few times. Let's try this again. Yep, looks like it got it this time. Put that in the mixer. Then maybe you want to bring up the level a little bit, right? I normalize this so it's a little louder. It fills up. Ooh, that's loud. So turn down the input gain a little bit here. Rename it. Again, rename it. It helps, guys. Organization is important. Yeah. I'll just cut out some of the high ends or the low ends, but otherwise it sounds pretty good. Maybe let's see what it sounds like with the drums. So now let's fill in the other melodic elements and maybe a kick drum at the end, and then that'll be the entire beat, right? So let's open up Flex because I know they have good piano sounds. Now, if you don't have Flex or if you don't have access to Flex for some reason, you can pull up Morphine, which is right here, and they have some piano sounds that you could use as well. And I think everyone has Morphine, so just in case, right? So let's go to a Steinway piano, just because I think it sounds the most realistic and has like the best like reverb environment type thing, right? So let's play a melody. Let's just go to pattern 1 just because the bass line is already here, and then we could mute this because we already have the bass line converted to audio in the second track. So let's go here and then just go into the piano roll, go to Steinway D, and then just build chords on top of this, right? Boom. And then F. There's an F here, right? Boom. I'm hearing F here, and then there's an A here, right? So include the A, and then a D. Okay. Yeah, that's fire. Let's copy this, and then maybe change up the swing a little bit, right? Cut. Use the splice tool, and then hold Shift, drag down and cut this. Boom, and then maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's cut this. Let's cut this ending thing right here. Yep, and then let's add a little higher melody. Boom. Woo, that's fire. Okay, let's go. Let's just isolate the piano. So let's link this piano to the track first. So Command L or Control L to link. First, let's cut some of the bass out because we don't want it to clash with the bass that we already have. And then we want to cut out some of the highs because I kind of want it to sound a little darker, right? And then also I want to make it sound a little wider and a little bigger and fill up more space. So I'm going to add some fruity reverb. Open up the size a little bit. And also, just to humanize it a little bit, I'm going to manually offset some of these notes so it sounds like more strummed. So I'm just going to highlight the notes I want to like move and then hold Shift and then scroll. And just manually offset these notes a little bit. Okay, so here we have that, and then the last thing is to kind of randomize the velocity a little bit. So Option R if you're on Mac, and then Alt R if you're on Windows, and then just go here, and then to the velocity. Maybe you don't want it to bipolar, right? So velocity, just bipolar just means it goes both up and down. Otherwise, it just goes in the direction in which you drag. So maybe bipolar, and then accept. Sounds a little more realistic, right? Yes, sir. One more melodic element I want to add is maybe a bell, right? So let's go to GMS, and this is a plugin that literally everyone should have. And then just go to like leads and synths and find like a short like belly type thing. That's perfect. Just to add some subtlety, right? So. Yeah, that's fire. Got that bell. Yeah. I think it sounds good the way it is. Just maybe turn down the gain a little bit. Last thing is to add a kick. The the cake kick is pretty fire. So maybe just place the kick where the basses are. Or may not fall directly where the bass is at, but just put where you think will create the most bounce, right? That's fire. The kick here. That's fire. That's the whole beat right there. Now let's just take this, take pattern 1, split by channel, and then just arrange the whole thing. So now in terms of like arrangement and just like keeping it organized, I like putting all my melodies at the top, and then this one I don't need because I already converted to audio, right? And then the bass will go on top of like the drums like this, the kick here maybe, yeah, and then your melodies at the top. So let's start. And just have it slowly progress, you know? So how am I arranging it? It's not like very formal. Like there's multiple ways that you could like an artist could structure the sound. There's numerous ways an artist could structure the song, but I'm just kind of like just filling up space and just looking for more for like progression and direction rather than like, okay, how many bars is the hook, how many bars is the verse type, you know? I think this arrangement could work. Yeah, it's around 2 minutes 47 seconds, so it's pretty good. With that being said, that's all I have for today. If you guys found this video to be helpful, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. That's all I have for today. I'm gonna play the beat for you guys right now, but before I preview the beat, if you haven't done so already and you found this video to be really helpful, please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And the second thing is, if you think these stock plugin tutorials are pretty fire and like the beats turn out well, you should look at my actual like production and like my studio work that I've been doing for the past few weeks. If you're interested in my actual work, please follow me on Instagram. It's where I update you guys on my work and my upcoming stuff. So I got a lot of excited projects coming out, so be on the lookout for that. With that being said, I'm just gonna preview the beat and yeah, enjoy.